Welcome to another inspiring episode of Stories Untold. We wish to congratulate all the matriculants who made it in their 2024 matric exams. It is through organizations like the Philani Development Center, which offers young people skills development and job opportunities to ensure that they are empowered.
Over 3,000 matriculants have qualified for university entrance. But with only about 200,000 spots available, many will be left out. A number of factors can cause students to not gain access into higher learning institutions, but they'd be glad to know that they can opt for other learning options. Philani Community Center is a non-profit organization founded by a former teacher with a vast experience in education, Ms. Phyllis Malupe. She started the center back in 2001 to help develop the youth in her community.
You know, my heart went to the youth. I could see the youth sitting in the pavements, not going to school. And their mothers, if you talk to them, they say, our mothers and fathers were commercial farmers, workers, and they are gone, and we have nothing to do. So I targeted the youth so that at least they must have some skills. So till today, we have more youth. If you go around those classes, you will find the youth, that they are the ones who are more focused. So it has helped the Zirpekom people and the West Rand people a lot.
The center is situated at 52 Helmer Road, Nefco in Zirpekom, which is 65 kilometers away from Johannesburg and other developed areas. It has 18 classrooms, which are utilized by members of the community to gain different life skills.
Currently, we have ECD, Early Childhood Education, of which that was also our first program. We have HIV and AIDS, which focuses on OVC. The OVC means orphaned and vulnerable children, those who do not have parents. And we have skills development, which is our main focus for the youth. We do welding, computer training, end user computing. We have plumbing, we have carpentry, but they change according to the needs of the community.
The center offers different types of life skills to the community of Zirpekom. They are encouraging individuals to come and learn and not to sit at home.
All the youth are invited because we are able to select them. Those who don't have matric, we advise them how to rewrite matric. Those who have the matric, they have an opportunity of receiving the skills and even getting the promotion. We have those who have been here, but today they are our officials. You cannot believe that. They are our officials, they get jobs even in social development themselves or any government department where they can be absorbed. So we are very proud of that, and we have stakeholders like South Deep Mine, Sibanye Mine, they also absorb them. So we have a very good track record with our stakeholders.
It is through well-formulated skills programs that have led to the success and expansion of the organization, hence giving birth to different types of programs. Programs manager Rifile Kabang says they understand the hardships that comes after one has finished their matric, and the center's priority is to bridge that gap.
A lot of our learners, like our matric pass rate is very, very high, and then we know that our universities do not have the capacity to absorb all the matriculants. So we are encouraging people to even come here at Philani because there are those skills that they will acquire, and then the skills will empower them in the future. As Philani, we are doing a very, very important job in the community. A lot of people have been assisted here. A lot of people have been skilled, and afterwards they've been referred, like we have said.
Philani, re le bomme ba sa sebetseng di community tse around Semonye, Bejesta le Soweto. Ga tlo kopana mo re tlo batla thuso ya rona re ka iphedisa jwang. So Philani ya re nka ya re mentora ka go re ruta ho roka ga ba ka kena projecting ya school info. Bophelo ba ka bo fetohile hobane le nna ke la ka etsa hore ha re ntse re sebetsa mo projecting after mosebetsi wa school uniform ra ikopanya re le bomme tjeka mo le ntate re rutya di-tradition re tsamaye re rekise community around.
After my matric year, I could not go to school due to financial strains, and then I think a year later, that was when I came to Philani, and then they gave me a program, which is the EPWP. Yes, and then they also gave me the program, and then I participated in the program.
And so far, you liking it? You've seen yourself gaining some skills in Philani?
Yeah, there are a lot of skills being gained. I know how to interact with people, helping how to help vulnerable people. I would encourage them to come here because it prevents the opportunity to sit at home. Sitting at home, it's draining, causes depression and all the sorts of things. And then being busy with something keeps you away from a lot of things.
Le bana ba rona ba fediseng dikolo bo matric ba sa kgonang ho tswella go ya di university di college jwalo ba bangata ke ba sa sebetsa hantle mara Philani a kgona ba nka e tlo ba fa di training jwalo ka bo computer agriculture le tse ding tse ngata.
It was seeing the youth of Zebagom in a desolate rural area far from all amenities of modernization that motivated Phyllis to achieve more and to build a sustainable center for her community.
I launched a book that says Deserted Citizens of the West. That's where I express all the challenges so that people could understand that it was not an easy journey, but the successes will always motivate you. If you look there, I've got more than 3 Premier's Awards of Service Excellence, from the legislature, from the Department of Education. So all that motivates you to overcome the challenges. I would like to encourage the youth never to commit suicide because it's not about academic. God has given us all the potential, all the gifts. When I talk to the various students who are there in the hall, one will say, I'm an adult, but I'm here to improve my skills on poultry, on vegetables, so that I can sell and expand my business. It's all about entrepreneurship if you can make it academically.
Dr. Sanele has launched the #Matric Ungazibulali program, which assists young people to regain their confidence and know that it is never the end of the world. He assists them with coaching and life skills development.
While a majority of matriculants are celebrating the class of 2024's historic pass rate, it is also a time of uncertainty for those who did not get the results they hoped for.
To everybody who's staying at home right now, who failed their matric or they didn't perform well, it's not the end of the world. You can still do it. You can still perform great. You can even go back to school and upgrade.
As a first year student, velo kanu kokari eba sebauti kitse ki mafelong a lefase like naka ha ke tsata matric wa ka ha ba ntse same time I had to hore ke upgrade pele, then I upgraded, then I applied again banje.
Nemakuthiwa usalinde mhlambe ama application noma kuthiwa khona ivarsity bo apply kulo wangathathwa kulo ama late application asevuliwe manje unga-applya isikhathi sesekhona.
When I finished my matric, I didn't get school immediately, so I had to wait a year so I can be able to go to varsity.
Ngona ukuthi beyenza ama research about isikolo and bayekela ukuthi babe ne mentality ukuthi if you are not admitted at a university. You can't go to colleges.
Just focus on yourself, focus on like empowering yourself and bettering yourself and your family. Ungalibele nje unaka abantu ngeke bakwenzele lutho empilweni.
Life coach and lecturer Dr. Sanele Kamete is spearheading the #Matric Ungazibulali campaign to help motivate matriculants to make informed decisions and not to take their own lives due to their academic results.
The campaign, when it started initially, it was just all about encouraging them not to give up, sharing necessary information such as where they can go to sort of fix their matric subjects that they didn't pass. And of course, as years went by, it changed to include parents, because also parents were interested in support as well, in getting help on how they can help their children. It went as far as including ambassadors, people who are now in every corner of the country, trying to make sure that they support, they show direction, they encourage these young people.
Year after year, tragic stories arise of young people taking their lives due to poor academic results. The #Matric Ungazibulali awareness campaign is dedicated to promoting mental health awareness amongst the youth.
He later worked with the Department of Basic Education Matric Second Chance program, which offers a second chance to the matriculants that have failed. So that's basically all of the programs that we offer. And we also offer psycho support. We've worked with different organizations, and in 2025 we are working with SADC, which provides psycho support.
The initiative seeks to provide a supportive ecosystem, encouraging community involvement, parental support, and access to resources for those who are seeking help.
We do have young people that come through social media that do comment, especially in interviews that one have done or posts that we do post, to say we are so grateful that we were encouraged. Today we have passed, and there are so many testimonials, and of course some they don't come forth to say I went back because of this campaign, but they will get the information, they will get inspired, and they will go back and redo their matric.
Ambassador and business person Kaylee Taylor is calling on all educators, parents, community leaders, and mental health professionals to join forces to support matriculants during this critical phase of their lives.
So when it came to the results of grade 12, there was just a lot of increase in terms of matriculants that were not making it. And, you know, as you've seen in the news, a lot of them were taking their lives. So when he came out with this concept, it was an instant, I'm ready, I want to join in, where can I help? And it's been a couple of years of doing that, and we come together, we create mentorship for these kids, we create programs for them not to give up, because as we all know, the matric results don't really define you. And you know, to think that our founder himself, he's a man that repeated grade 10 twice, grade 11 twice, matric twice. So it has given a lot of kids that encouragement that, and today he's a doctor, by the way, with his PhD. So it has given a lot of kids that encouragement that even if you fail, you can get up and do it again.
Dr. Kamete is encouraging those who did not pass their final matric exams to not give up on their hopes and dreams, as he understands how they feel. After many attempts, he managed to get his PhD in record time.
It was challenging to overcome the idea of, having to go back, especially because going back means you're probably the oldest in class. You're probably amongst the people that are known to have failed. So it wasn't easy, but I think knowing what you want to do, knowing what you want to become or what you aspire to be, it's an encouragement. And of course, you need support structure. And that for me was very crucial. What needs to change is helping these young people before they write, because that's where the anxiety and pressure comes from. And it's hard to write and successfully pass an exam when you are stressed, when you are confused, when you have anxiety and sometimes stress coming from home.
The Matric Ungazibulali Awareness Campaign is available on call and all social media platforms with trained counseling team, social workers, and ambassadors to assist the students who might need the help.
To someone who didn't pass, I will say there is a second chance. I am a living testimony of a second chance. I'm a product of picking myself up, and of course through guidance there and there. That's why I will want you to reach out so that we can guide you properly. And to those that have made it past and they have been accepted to tertiary institutions, I will say congratulations, and I want you to make sure that you study hard, and university can be a total shift for you.
Lack of access to funds can derail many students' ambition to achieve. Dr. Nakanyana has started a GoFundMe account to assist the medical students to complete their studies.
The Student Representative Council at Wits University has launched a legacy student fund called Koboya Tuto, an initiative aimed at addressing financial exclusions amongst students. The fund seeks to assist students facing financial hardships that often lead to them dropping out of school. The initiative addresses the persistent challenges of financial exclusions, ensuring that academically deserving students can complete their studies regardless of financial constraints.
It comes as a relief that the SRC of the 103rd administration has come up with this initiative, Kubuya Tuto Fund, to assist students like me who are in dire need for financial assistance.
In efforts to aid the financial difficulties faced by students, obstetrician and gynecologist Dr. Tiamo Nakanyana came across a student who is in desperate need to register for her second year. He took it upon himself to assist the student.
It came to our attention that one of the newer former students of target group is struggling to register for varsity this year. She matriculated in 2023 and went and she's now currently studying medicine in UCT. She's supposed to do her second year this year. As far as I understand, she did quite well in her first year with her marks ranging in the 70s. She is from a disadvantaged background, from what I understand, and she does have a NSFAS student loan. It is a student loan as far as I know. And with that, they have paid much of the annual fees for 2024. However, there was a shortfall of I think around 42,000 that was there.
In an unconventional process to raise funds, they are hoping to get Priyanka out of this situation permanently by seeking assistance from the Department of Health so that she can complete her studies without added financial pressure.
A lot of people have come through, but many have said, look, we're in January and we know that January financially is not so great for many people, and they're like, look, let's see what happens at the end of the month. If I can pop in a few hundreds there or there, we'll do so. But so far, a few of us in the same group, the WhatsApp group that I was mentioning, have contributed towards the registration fees. But what we're doing now is sort of an emergency relief. But at the same time, we've been trying to get people who know how to get her into a bursary scheme, people who know where to go and whatnot. So the last communication I had with Malebo, this is the lady that's in the SGB that I mentioned, the plan was to get this girl to to approach the offices of the Department of Health of Northwest so that they can assist her, so that she can at least get the bursary that she needs.
We had an online interview with Priyanka to get a full understanding of her financial situation.
Well, I wasn't aware that NSFAS had like a cap, a certain amount they pay to students. So I just thought like it was gonna cover all of my fees. So I wasn't really stressed. So I think it was second semester when one of my friends was talking about it. And then I asked one of the senior students and they said, yeah, they always have outstanding fees, but somehow the university covers them. So I wasn't that stressed about it. So yeah, it was last year when we got our results and I had to view my results, but I couldn't view them because they were on hold because of the outstanding fees. But I wasn't that much stressed. Yeah, I knew that they were gonna be covered because that's what I was told. So January, when I was supposed to start registering for 2025, I couldn't because of the setting fee debt. That's when I started reaching out. Yes, I started asking for help. Being unable to register and being unable to view my results prompted me to actually ask someone for help because those fees were not going to settle themselves.
Every year, thousands of students, particularly those coming from disadvantaged backgrounds, face challenges due to delays, shortfalls from NSFAS. This was the issue with Priyanka. She is hoping that next year she does not have the same issue.
I only wanted help, like to cover for the outstanding fees I had left. But then they made me realize that I'm gonna struggle with the same situation every single year unless I find a stable bursary that's gonna cover all of my fees and my accommodation costs. So I talked with Ms. Malevo, and she and Mr. Tabang and Dr. Tiamo, they got into their contacts and they've been helping me. They said it would be better if I get a bursary, knowing that it's gonna cover every single thing and that I won't have to face the same situation every single year.
By addressing these systematic inequalities, Dr. Nyakanyane's initiative is trying to ensure that no deserving student is denied the opportunity to pursue their dreams due to financial constraints. He is also advising students to seek financial assistance earlier before the new academic year.
If you're starting this year, somewhere halfway through the year, you will know if your fees are fully covered. Now, waiting for the whole year to pass and then in January only start asking for assistance to register, it becomes difficult to get help in January from a financial perspective. It's difficult to get financial help from individuals when it's in January because everybody, we all complain about the same thing when it comes to January, that finances are not great. So some of those things, I think, anticipate if you're already seeing that you're going to need help, ask for help earlier than waiting for the last few minutes before.
Failing matric is never the end of the world. Give it another try or consider other options. We wish all the students a great academic year ahead. From all of us at Stories Untold, keep well. See you next week, same place, same time.